But Dave, let's go back to the NBA. Before we do, we're talking about, LaMelo Ball. We got to talk about how you take care of your balls.
Really? Why would you keep giving LaMelo Ball?
Oh, no, the patron. This is a patron vote. This is a patron vote.
There's a coincidence here. The amount of times I've heard Manscaped ball plugs, like, I'm just saying there is a coincidence.
Played well. That's the thing.
There's something going on here.
Maybe there was a little collusion from the patrons, but if you're thinking LaMelo Ball so good, how could I make my balls as good as LaMelo Ball? Manscaped.com might be able to help you. Support for today's show comes from Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for those family jewels. Manscaped is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. Join the movement for all your below-the-waist grooming needs. Dave, yesterday I forgot to show off the Lawnmower 3.0. I haven't done this in a while. Get to listen to a little hum action there. Also, we had Ben in our comment section. I believe it's Ben. So it's Ronan now in the Discord and stuff. But I believe way back when I created WPN, it was Ben. He even asked in the comment section of our, I think it was the Bulls video today, of am I going to show how smooth my balls are on camera? I cannot. YouTube will take us down for that, and they might even strike our channel for that. So definitely, here's the workaround though. I learned this from Retro. If I'm doing naked yoga, then we can have it on there. So maybe I just have to start doing some naked yoga in here, because Dave,
is this a plug for like?
No, it was weird. It was weird. Retro told me, he goes, yeah, nudity's okay if it's educational, and I did not know that there is a stream of videos that if you type naked yoga, that no censor at all. I didn't know that was allowed on YouTube. But if you want your balls as smooth as I, go to manscaped.com right now. Use the code MVP. Get 20% off and free shipping. That's 20% off and free shipping. You get both, not one, both. MVP is the code. Manscaped.com is the website. Go ahead. Your balls will thank you. Yeah, it was weird, Dave. It was really weird when I learned that from Retro. But we're talking about your favorite team, Dave, your favorite team to talk about. Not to root for, but definitely to talk about. And that is the old Boston Celtics. Because there's rumors out there, KOC is the one reporting these, that apparently the Celtics are up to something big, Dave. They're up to something big. They're going to do something big.
$7 million?
Here's the question that I have for you, and it's I'm taking a low ball here at the Celtics. Are they up to something big, Dave, or are they just all talk?
Well, I'm fairly sure you know my opinion of the Celtics and their trade.
I set you up hardcore for this.
They're just going to go get Al Horford. Like cowards. They're cowards. They'll go get Al Horford.
Jesus.
Does it solve their problem? Not really. But does it fit a need that they have? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was talking earlier today with Jake about this, and it's, Tice is good offensively. Tristan Thompson, he's still got some level of defensive abilities out there. You need that middle ground man. Al Horford's the sweet spot between the two. Plus, you bring back the Joel Embiid stopper.
Mm-hmm.
Does he still have it in him? Can he make that series more competitive? Because what we saw out of Embiid is both those guys can't hold his lunch.
Yeah.
Like, he is just feasting on the Celtics. So I think they know what they have to do. It's just that mental acceptance of how much is it going to cost us to pay the Thunder to get back our overpaid for aging center. That's my concern.
Here's the interesting. There is an interesting part for this. So the exact quote, it comes from Kevin O'Connor, blog Rent Free, the Ringer, coming in his NBA Power Rankings, where he says, late Saturday evening, I received a flurry of texts from multiple executives around the league who said the Celtics were up to something. What they're up to is unclear, but league sources have long said Boston is searching for upgrades to bolster its wing and big man position. To me, I've always been on the big man part, Dave. I've been like you. Get a big man. That's what you need.
Hey, what if they want Lowry, Ricky?
Well, I love that CBS Boston, where I got this article from. After that, you want to know what they immediately go to?
What they go to?
while a Bradley Beal deal is the ultimate dream, it's like, get off it. You're not getting him. Get off it.
Never.
Just get off it right now. Could it be a Kyle Lowry deal? Maybe, probably not. I just look at the wing position, and that's the part of me that goes, what wing could they be after that they would trade for that would be considered up to something big? Like, is there a wing out there that I'm just not thinking of right now that is on the market or is not really on the market but could be interested by trade? Because, like, to me, I honestly can't think of any wing that is on the board right now, unless it's like
Harrison Barnes.
Yeah, that would be pretty big.
Harrison Barnes is the best fit, and I would love to fit on that team, and I think he would be excellent on the Boston Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that the Kings are ready to part ways with Harrison Barnes yet.
Now, Buddy Hield, that's a different story.
Buddy Hield's a different story, but Harrison Barnes makes that team better, and they have been winning as of late, and that's the thing. Can he be pried away from the Kings? How much is it going to take plus that trade exception?
So
how many picks?
With the trade exception, Dave, they would need to remove just $200K. So literally, the Celtics could give up nearly nothing player-wise. Like
they have to give up picks. That's the question. Is how many picks do they give?
2, 3. That's where I'm sitting. I'm sitting 2 to 3. I don't know how many the Kings want.
I think 2 late ones.
So what, this year and then 2023?
Something like that. Well, do they have any other teams picks, or are they out of those finally?
Here, let's see. So
is the war chest empty, Ricky?
So this year they have 1 first, 2 seconds, because they have Oklahoma City's second-round pick. 2022, 1 first and 2 seconds. 2023, 1 first, and then Dallas's second. Okay. Or I'm sorry, Dallas, Miami, or Houston second. One of those 3. A first in 2024, first and a second. Well, first and 2. Yeah, they're 1 first the rest of the way.
I think 2 firsts and the trade exception for Barnes would do it. I think if they do a first and if the second first is protected to go into 2 twos,
yeah.
I would say cowards on the Kings' end. I think they deserve 2-1 for Harrison Barnes.
Yeah.
Just for funsies mostly at this point. I think player value wise, like when you look around the league, someone who, again, he's an above average rebounder. Mm-hmm. He can defend the 3, the 4, and the 5. Not all the time with the 5, obviously small ball 5 in it, but point being, like, he is someone who adds to that wing depth, is been there, done that, can score for you when he needs to, can play a different role any given night of the week. It's basically like replacing Gordon Hayward with a slightly worse shooting, better defending wing.
Yeah. Also, the player that I think that I would put in the deal if I was them would be Javonte Green. Like, I don't think they're giving up. Like, Carson Edwards could be, but I don't know if they give up Carson Edwards. They're definitely not giving up like Langford or
could do trade exception plus a player.
Well, because the trade exception doesn't cover the entire thing, they would still need to give up $200,000 in cap.
Because from what Jake said, I don't know, the trade exception is always tricky, but I do remember being sent a thing by Jake in NBA chat about trade exceptions.
Yeah. What I am reading here is that, so next to Harrison Barnes, it said 22.2 used of the 28.5 trade exception created by Gordon Hayward. And next to Javonte Green, it says 1.5 million used from the 2.6 trade exception created by Dwayne Dedman. So both these teams have trade exceptions that they could then use in it.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just going with trade machines telling me. We've always had that in the past. Jake says if it's an MLE. If it's an MLE, he said.
Okay. All right, then, yeah. That works.
Other than that, it's like it's a big, right? Like, if you were the Celtics, Harrison Barnes or any big? Like
Al Horford. It's your option as a big. I'm sorry. You say any big. It's not any big. It's
Andre
Hassan a throw-in.
Andre Drummond's out there. Would you want to add Andre Drummond instead of Al Horford? No. I mean, is something big? Could it be like they're trying to get Miles Turner away from the Pacers?
They turned down Miles Turner. Remember that one? Danny Ainge turned down Miles Turner.
Mm-hmm. Is it like the only bigs I'm thinking of that maybe they could talk to? Pacers, Miles Turner. You're right. They turned it down. Hawks aren't trading Clint Capella. Raptors, Baines is not something big to me.
No.
Mitch Rob would be big, but I don't think the Knicks are trading him.
Good, but I don't know that. Again, Knicks seem to be bolstering for a playoff run, so I don't think they're going to part ways.
What if it's the Magic?
Vusi Mang?
What if it's
Or
Vusi? What if I'm thinking more Vusi, but it could be either. What if it's one of those?
That'd be a good move. Magic don't care because the Magic season's over anyway. So
yeah,
I think you take what you can get. I would love a deal for either one of those players. I know Gordon is hurt right now and will be returning right before the trade deadline. It sounds like. So yeah, I would be good with Aaron Gordon or Vucevic going to the Celtics. I think both make them a better team. Obviously, duh. But like, you know, the capital that you'll have to give up to get either one of them shouldn't be terrifyingly bad. Like, now Vucevic isn't exactly known for his staunch defense. But
if you're Danny Ainge, I know it's a scary thing to think about. If you are Danny Ainge, would you rather have Vusi Mang or Aaron Gordon?
I love wings. I'd take Aaron Gordon, but I think Vucevic is probably the better player right now. He's more consistent. I mean, he fits the five, but like Aaron Gordon allows them to do some interesting things with their rotations. Gotta love rotations, Ricky.
Yeah, I'm sitting in the same thing, and the Celtics would not need to give up a player then in this case. The trade exception would take the full 18.1.
I truly think both options would make this team better. I don't know that one's better. Did you just say get the fuck out of chat?
What do you say?
DeJounte Murray question mark.
Why would you trade DeJounte Murray for?
DeJounte got a wet boy. DeJounte's not going anywhere. DeJounte is a Spur for life, okay?
Unless it's LaMarcus Aldridge. Do you trade LaMarcus Aldridge? Is that something big, Dave?
No. See, it's funny because it's Danny Ainge big. It's fucking smart. It's wicked smart, Ricky. Danny Ainge wants to add LaMarcus Aldridge to this team. That is the biggest play I've ever heard.
Before I try to work that really quick, Aaron Gordon plus the 2 firsts that we were originally going to do to the Kings, is that the same package? Is Aaron Barnes and
I think Gordon is probably only worth 1 and 2 twos outright. I don't think you even do that consideration like the restricted one that could convert into 2 twos. I think it just is a 1 and 2 twos.
Yeah. Let's see. LaMarcus Aldridge. Yeah, this one, the trade exception. Yeah, it's weird. So what it says here in Trade Machine when I try to do it, because technically the fucking trade exception is $28 million and he's only 24. But Trade Machine still says this trade would result in the Celtics crossing the tax apron. Therefore, this trade is not possible. Remove 1.9 of the incoming value to remain below the hard cap. So, yet again, like it's the same thing as the Harrison Barnes. They just have to like throw in
vending machine.
Yeah. In this case, it would be like a Semi Ojeleye. No, it would have to be a Robert Williams then, because he's the only one making just over 1.9. It would have to be like a Robert Williams, and then
whatever. Give him a vending machine in Ojeleye.
Give him a vending machine in Ojeleye. But yeah, it should be interesting.
We've seen teams trade for cash.
Mm-hmm. They could do that. In the end, Dave, I don't think anything gets done. This is like the question is up to something big or just all talk. It's all talk.
It's never happening.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed it.
The war chest, Dave. The war chest. They had the war chest.
AOC and Danny Ainge. That's all this was.
Oh man.